How's it going, everybody? I am Money here, and today we got 3 gameplays. All 3 gameplays are going to be by Most Hated God's own Eli. And the reason I have 3 gameplays for you is because I have a freaking super long topic, as you read in the description. I'm going to be covering how I got my YouTube channel to 100 subscribers within 30 days. And this is going to be more for, I guess, my subscribers also, but then also for the subscribers who are starting their own little channel, or have had a channel and haven't hit that 100 mark yet, or if you're searching YouTube and trying to figure out what you could do to help boost your channel, this should be good for you because I've got quite a few subscribers and a good amount of views within my first 3 weeks, so I think I'm capable of giving you some advice. And since we kind of have, I guess, not much time, we have 12 minutes, I'm going to kind of break it down into 3 topics, and then if I miss anything or if I think of something, I'm going to branch out and then kind of cover it along the way. And we're going to cover establishing your product. Now, when you start your channel, I like to look at my channel as a small business. And I've said before that a small business starts off usually in the negative, and then as time grows, they'll eventually, make income, and income being views and subscribers. Well, when you first get your product established, if your small business is your channel, then your product are going to be your videos. Your very first video should be something that's going to captivate your audience, and your audience isn't going to be too big. Usually it's going to be 4 or 5 people, usually your friends or whatnot, but it's got to be something that if someone was to happen to come across it, they'd say, wow, that's pretty good, that's pretty nice. For example, my first video, Greatest Moab of all time, as my first video, but I made mistakes with my first video, and we're going to cover what mistakes you shouldn't make on your first video. My mistakes were, I started off the video with a song, 30-second song, really good song, and that wasn't the issue. The issue was I started off with a song, did commentary, and only did a minute and a half worth of commentary, and then left the gameplay with nothing but gameplay. Well, no one wants to watch nothing but gameplay. They can play the game themselves and be entertained in that way. So when you do your product, make sure it's complete, and I really hate to say I half-assed my product because I didn't know any better at the time, but when I got feedback from that video, everyone would say good video, but you probably should have either added some music or kept talking at the end. And they were right, because when I went back to watch it, maybe 2-3 days later, it was boring. I didn't want to watch it. So when you put your first product out there, make sure it's something that's going to captivate, and make sure it is complete. So that's the first thing. The next thing is network. When you network, there's going to be, and this is going to be kind of long because I'm going to cover 2 different kind of groups. I'm 29, so I'm older. So when I first started networking, I went to Facebook. And Facebook does not work for me, and this is why. I'm older, all my friends are older, they don't watch video game freaking gameplays on YouTube. Most of them don't even play video games. I'm 29, my friends are all 30 and above, at the oldest being like 32. They don't play video games anymore, and if they do, they don't want to watch other people play video games. So what I did was I went to my clan, I went to all my PSN friends. My friends list is maxed out, it's always maxed out. I sent everyone a message, no matter how time consuming it is. Send all your friends a message, and this is why. When you play video games, you want to captivate the audience of those who also play video games. So when I went to Facebook, I'm pretty sure the only subscribers I got from Facebook out of my 200 something friends were the ones who played video games. And you should be talking to people who also play video games, and most of those people are going to be on PlayStation with you. So send all those people messages, and if you can get, if you have 50 friends, if you can just get 10 of them to watch your first video, you've already made progress. And that's kind of what networking is. You've got to establish yourself, get your first friends, your few people out there, and then you can get to the next step. And my next step, the way I went about it is, I went to Black Ops 2, and I went to Modern Warfare 3, and I took to the streets. And when I say I took to the streets, I mean I went to the lobbies, and I put my mic on, and I just talked to people, and I asked them to sub my channel. In Black Ops 2, I made a player card, YouTube I am Money 253. It's an attention getter if you're looking at a player card. So I sent everyone messages. If they didn't have mics, I sent them messages. Say, hey, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel. And I did that non-stop until I got 100 subscribers. Because right around that time, I was getting so burnt out, because if I send you a YouTube I am Money 253 and you send me back a what, and I got like 50 of those. 50 what? Like, what do you mean? YouTube is a verb. But you have to be very patient, and you have to work with people, and you have to explain it. Because sometimes when I would want to say, like, what the fuck do you mean, what? Like, it's a verb, do it. They'd be like, oh, okay, I didn't know what you meant. And they'd sub me, or they like my videos, or they go check it out. So be patient, and that's where you have to, just network, network, network. And you want to network, like I said, the people you're pushing this product to, you want to network in that area. Now, I'm hardcore, and not me personally, I'm a wuss, but my gameplay is hardcore, and it's a lot harder for me to push my product in hardcore gameplay because for some reason hardcore players don't watch hardcore gameplay, and I've tried to figure out why, but I can't ever get a straight answer. So I play core TDM, and core TDM, one, has more mics, two, has more players. It's the most popular game in Black Ops 2 or in any Call of Duty, and there's just nicer people in core for some reason. Like everyone in hardcore, they're assholes. So it's a lot easier for me to push my product to core players, even though they're core. They still watch hardcore sometimes. When I established my product, I was hoping to be established for my gameplay, but I've become more established for my commentary. So back to, you gotta tie those in together. And since I network and I'm good with my commentaries, I'm a people person. And it's not that hard for me to go out and just chit chat and talk with people and make them feel good, let them have fun. A lot of people, if you're on YouTube, they just want to be, I guess, acknowledged. If you're on YouTube, they want to play with you, they want to see what you're about. And my gameplay on Black Ops 2 is horrible, but I'm very nice and I'm cordial and I'm cool to play with, so it kind of works. And the next thing is establishing yourself, and this all kind of ties in together because establishing yourself is establishing yourself to your product. Like I said, I'm more known or better liked for my commentary. People don't message me and say, hey, that was a beast ass gameplay, you dropped that Moab like really nice. They message me and say, hey, your videos are pretty awesome, you're pretty funny, your commentaries are nice. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you like about my videos, then I need to cater more to that audience, and I definitely do because, like I said, I don't have beast gameplays. I don't get 100 pluses, 200 pluses, or any of that stuff. I'm just a really nice person, and I enjoy talking to other people for the most part. And along with establishing yourself, don't alter yourself just to appease people, because when you have a product or you're bringing yourself out, you want people to be able to identify you, and I call those identifiers. And an example is when I start my commentary off, I say, hey, I am Money here, how's it going, guys? And it's very simple, but at the same time, a lot of your favorite YouTubers, they have their own special intros. Optic Nate Shot, how the fudge you doing, Phase Pomage, hey, it's Phase Pomage, or Austin, or Awesome, or whatever you want to call me, and blah, 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 blah. Or J Nasty, what's up, Slutbags, or Out Slutbags. And those are very simple things, but at the same time, they're identifiers. So as soon as you hear them, you think, oh, Optic Nate Shot, oh, Phase Pomage, oh, J Nasty. But whatever it is, it's an identifier. So identify yourself with that. Just don't get on and be like, how's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be covering some gameplay, and I'm going to get a Moab, or I'm going to get a Swarm. Like, no one wants to hear that. If you're not into your product, they're not going to be into your product. And that's a lot of thing, like it's one big thing that I notice about a lot of the smaller channels are, I watch random YouTube channels, and sometimes it'll just be, oh, how's it going, guys? Like, they're not into what they're talking about whatsoever. So if you're not into what you're talking about, I'm definitely not going to be into what you're talking about. And just be happy. And a lot of people, they think, oh, I'm going to do YouTube, I'm going to make all kind of money, I'm going to get all kind of subscribers, I'm going to get all kind of views. That's not how things work in life. If you want to be good at something, or if you want something, you have to work at it. The fact that I have 100 subscribers, that wasn't a big feat to me, because I want 10,000 subscribers, and I want them in the first year. So at this very moment, while I'm giving you a freaking how-to video, I'm calculating in my mind, like, how can I accomplish 10,000 subscribers in a year? And every month I kind of lay out what I just told you guys. I said I'm going to establish a product, I'm going to network, and I'm going to establish myself. And every time I get online, I go to these lobbies, that's pretty much what I do. I let people know that, hey, I have a pretty awesome product that you might like. Hey, this is what I do to network, and hey, this is the kind of person I am, and they like it or they don't like it. But either or, I've managed to get some subs out of it. Now I'm going to cover some things you shouldn't do, because I'm running out of time. And the first thing you shouldn't do, sub for sub. People really need to stop doing sub for sub. What you need on your channel are active subs. Just having subs, like that's just a number. That's like having a product That's not worth anything. And that's basically what a sub for sub is. I'm gonna sub you, you're gonna sub me. I'm never gonna watch your channel. I'm never even gonna talk to you again. Comment for comment, like for like, that stuff is useless, because while you're busy watching their content, liking their videos, you should be worrying about your own content and posting more videos. I used to watch YouTube all the time, all day. Then when I made my channel, I just don't have time anymore because I'm trying to get gameplays and I'm trying to think of what I can do next, or what else I can do to captivate my audience. I've said captivate like 7 times. What I can do to establish, my product, and that's what you should be doing. Stop relying on other smaller channels to grow your channel. If you're poor, you wouldn't ask another poor person for advice on how to get rich. And basically, that's what we are. Us small channels, we're poor. And I'm kind of out of time. I did use a lot of time to talk about this. But if you have a small channel, like, don't quit on your channel, basically. If that's the one thing I can say, if you take anything out of this commentary, don't quit on your channel. Just as things aren't going your way, like I haven't gotten I've got 2 subscribers in the last 3 or 4 days. That's horrible. But at the same time, I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna let it frustrate me. I'm gonna keep pushing it, and until I get the results that I desire and that I've worked for. That's most important. What you've worked for, you can't be complete. So continue to work for it. Continue to put out good products, and I guarantee your channel will grow. And speaking of, I did forget one more thing. I said I was going to cover 2 separate sections for networking. If you're a younger individual, you can utilize Instagram, Twitter, and all those other little things that you guys have out there, because your demographic and your audience for gaming entertainment is usually going to be younger individuals. 8 to 24 years old. There's your range. Those freaking communication device thingies, those work for that kind of thing because those are within your demographic. Also, on top of knowing your demographic, know when your videos are being watched. You're not going to get your videos out in the prime time. Most of my videos are watched between 9 at night and 4 in the morning for some reason. So I guess people are getting drunk and high and then watching my YouTube channel. So that's cool. But know your demographic and know when people are going to watch your videos. But that's all for right now, guys. I am Money out.